I'm really looking forward to seeing you again, Mark. The summer's gone really slowly, and it feels like we've been apart 8 years, not 8 weeks. And every day that's gone by, I've been counting the minutes. But I know it must have been just as bad for you, poor love. All those weeks of waiting and wanting. I know you'll have been looking forward to today every bit as much as I have. It was sweet of you to offer to drive down and fetch me on Sunday. But if I get the train, I can be back in Leeds on the Saturday. There's only one change, and it gets in at 3 o'clock. I know you'll be there. I know you'll be there.
When it really matters, we know where you'll be. August 1991, and Leeds is a city filled with anticipation. After leading his team back to the First Division in 1990, Howard Wilkinson had taken them into championship contention in their first season back in the top flight. And in the close season, Sergeant Wilco had strengthened his squad still further, signing Tony Dorigo from Chelsea for £1.3 million, Rod Wallace from Southampton as part of a £1.7 million deal involving brother Ray, and from Nottingham Forest came Steve Hodge with a £900,000 price tag. But the reshaped team was to find itself at the new season's first weekend all revved up with no place to go. Safety work at Selhurst Park was incomplete, causing the postponement of the scheduled first game against Crystal Palace. To keep up the momentum of pre-season training, a game against 4th Division Aldershot was hastily arranged and yielded these 3 goals. Lee Chapman, maintaining the form which last season made him the First Division's leading scorer. The city was kept waiting until Tuesday the 20th of August for the start of the season proper. At last, it was curtained up at the hallowed arena which in the 1990s is surely set to see the creation of new legends to match those of 20 years before. The opponents, Nottingham Forest. Your commentator, Yorkshire Television's John Helm.
Leeds playing it out from the back. McClellan now opts for the longer ball up. Chapman challenging. The break here for Gary Speed. Skillfully done! And a sweeping effort from Speed, which missed the upright by no more than a couple of feet. Quite keen. The outstanding young discoveries of last season. Nigel Clough onside, knocked over by Fairclough. Can't give him. Watch for a left-footed rocket from Stuart Pearce here. Sheringham's there too, but it will be Pearce and gets it through. It just took a deflection from a Leeds leg. Chapman finding McAllister. Oh, it's a good return ball to him as well. That's just a bit too close to Pearce. Speed trod on it, slipped, fell, and still found Strachan. And here's Chapman looking for one. But some good pressure from both sides. And Leeds looking to turn the screw again here. McAllister drives it in and under the body of Crossley. It's the start Leeds required. Jubilation all around Ellen Road. And Gary McAllister, whose first goal in Leeds colours was against Forest last season, has broken the deadlock on 10 minutes. The long throw got them unsettled. Chapman's flick on, the break to McAllister, who rifles it under Crossley. Breaks for Crosby, centre circle. Plenty of movement ahead of him. And Charles desperately trying to get up down the right-hand side. Now Nigel Clough, who's so intuitive in these situations. Who to give the ball to? That was to Gemmell. Touch from Sheringham. They're in here. And a fine stop again by Lukic. But he's still got to scramble across and fist it away. And a great double effort by the million-pound keeper. Leeds break. Chapman has to stay onside on the right. Wallace has to do the same on the left. He receives now from Strachan. Can't get past Charles, who's an accomplished right back. Ooh, Sheringham, straight to Strachan. He was unable to take advantage quickly. Oh, but he's got past Gemmell beautifully. Strachan, great run by the little Scotsman, and the ball through as well. Wallace comes, brave goalkeeping by Crossley. That was Strachan at his best though. And Leeds being brought clear by Fairclough. And now forward from McClellan, but straight to Stuart Pearce, England's premier left back. And an interesting contrast tonight with Pearce on the Forest side and his #1 challenger for his England spot, Tony Dorigo, making his debut for Leeds. He's on as even so far. Pearce is probably seen in more of an attacking guise for Forest because he does get so many goals for them. Dorigo's done some good defensive work. And it's Forest straight away attacking the Kop with this sprightly right back. Charles, a thunderous shot. Flicked over by Lukic, and Gary Charles there, who's only ever scored one goal. That was in the Cup semi-final against West Ham. Really got behind that one, and it could have caught Leeds cold at the start of the second half. Fortunately, Lukic was still hot. Again, it's Chapman and Tyler's in first, but it breaks for Strachan, and Chapman stayed down. But Wallace is in possession for Leeds. Leeds who are looking for something a bit different maybe now. McClellan loops it in, and this time it's a clear header! Inches away for Gary Speed. We've seen it so many times at Ellen Road where Speed times his runs to perfection and heads the ball into the net. Well, this time he timed the run, he didn't quite direct the header. Fairclough tussling for it. Now Batty releasing it up the middle. Here goes Wallace again. And he might still break away. Trying to get around Chettle this time, one way or another. Twisting and turning corkscrew-like. Forest have got men back quickly. Wallace, great ball in for Speed, and he's missed another chance. Leeds might well have had it wrapped up tonight if Gary Speed had had his shooting boots on. Mr. Mitchley has a good look. And Leeds belatedly begin their campaign with 3 points and a victory over Nottingham Forest.
Brian Clough had brought his team to Elland Road in the wake of controversy created by his ill-judged remarks about a certain other manager. But he was generous in defeat.
Well, I thought Leeds played better than we did. They won 1-0. We could have just sneaked something along the line, but obviously we didn't, and congratulations to them.
Newcomer Tony Dorigo, meanwhile, was overwhelmed by the Elland Road welcome.
I've never heard nothing like it. I mean, when the game started, the noise was absolutely tremendous, and for me it was great playing in front of that sort of crowd. And I'm sure with this sort of support every week, we'll do very well at home.
We're going to meet one of those fans in just a moment. Not perhaps a typical one. From the outside, you might think him a bit of an Owls fan, but inside, the loyalties are more than clear. Leeds United director, Councillor Ronnie Feldman, is the Lord Mayor of Leeds.
In the city itself, everyone feels better when you have a good team who are winning things. People enjoy going to work because they can look in the papers and have something to talk about. And the whole atmosphere is absolutely different class to when you're a second division team and everybody wonders, where are you going? Are you going to just merely stay in the middle of the second division, even possibly go down, be relegated, or hopefully get promotion? So therefore, when you're at the top of the first division, I don't mean literally number one, but when you're in the top half, it gels magnificently for the city. Everybody enjoys it, even those who don't understand the thing about football. Everyone is happier for it. As I've said, a successful club leads people to think, oh, you also are a successful city, which we are. We pride ourselves on being the capital of the north, and we have a team that matches it, happily.
Right. As a director, what ambitions do you have for the club?
Well, obviously one wants to see them remain at the top of the first division and be a very successful club financially and in the manner in which they play football. And I think in all those, under Howard Wilkinson's guidance and with Leslie Silver as its chairman, the club have made tremendous moves forward, and I can see these continuing.
Yorkshire pride was very much at stake in Leeds' next game against Sheffield Wednesday, and loyalties were strained in one or two Leeds United households, with Mel Sterland, Lee Chapman and Howard Wilkinson himself, all with former Wednesday affiliations.
Sheffield Wednesday felt that they played well for the first half against Aston Villa last Saturday. Trevor Francis says that he wants that type of commitment and application through the full 90 minutes here. Wednesday is certain to need it. It's odd for both sides that this is only their second game. Both have lost a fixture because Selhurst Park down in South London hasn't been properly prepared and ready for league action. The joint home now of Crystal Palace and Wimbledon. Strachan clipping in the free kick accurately enough to trouble Sheffield Wednesday. Sheridan sweeps it away. Here's John McClelland looping it back. Chris White beating Roland Nielsen in the air. Paul Williams up for Sheffield Wednesday, who had to change today because of their blue and white strip. There's too much white in it, really. Will clash with the all-white, the home side here. Hurst wins a header that will give him confidence. The cross from Nigel Worthington. Pass is harmlessly behind. Nigel Worthington, one of the players signed for Sheffield Wednesday by the present Leeds manager, Howard Wilkinson, in his time in Sheffield. And I can't underestimate really the feelings that Howard Wilkinson has for Sheffield Wednesday, although of course professionally he'll be putting them aside today. He played for them, he was born in the city, he managed the club. But now he's trying to put a team out here to beat them. Early days in the Leeds career for Rod Wallace. Strachan very settled here. Wallace trying to turn, and the whistle has gone. Wednesday don't like it, but a free kick is given right on the edge, and for Leeds by Rodney Wallace. Sheffield Wednesday will be satisfied to reach the 20-minute mark at 0-0. Not too many alarms. That's an example of Sheridan's skill, which was nurtured here at Leeds. Oh, and Lukic not wanting to risk the wrath of the referee, handling outside the penalty area. The ball just had enough pace on it to get to him so he could catch it legitimately. Good work from Wallace, and Chapman is there. Well, the far post is very much home territory for Lee Chapman, and Rodney Wallace aware of that. Maybe the angle was very tight in the end as Chapman came in to try and steer it inside the post that was so close to him, and he couldn't accomplish that. But certainly Sheffield Wednesday were stretched then. And Wallace with that electric turn of speed again. Used on that occasion just to keep things going. Speed heads it on, and the flag is up. The flag was up way before Lee Chapman made contact. Cross from McClellan, and Lee Chapman was offside himself as Gary Speed headed it on. It was a good finish despite the agility of Woods. Back from Batty. That looks well flighted for Strachan, whose control is normally of the highest order, but it wasn't then. It was a difficult ball to take. It was a perfect trajectory supplied by David Batty. It is half-time at Elland Road, and Trevor Francis, I would think, would be pleased with what he's seen from his team. They've defended pretty capably. Rodney Wallace has been a lively opponent for Leeds United. One save from Chris Woods that was crucial for Sheffield Wednesday in the first half. At half-time at Elland Road, it's Leeds United 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Sheffield Wednesday start the second half, and on the evidence of 45 minutes here at Elland Road, Leeds United, in the quest for more subtlety in their play, sacrificed a little in the steamroller approach that brought them a succession of victories here last season. But it's a long haul ahead in the First Division, and Howard Wilkinson has proved himself to be one of the most capable managers around. Sheffield Wednesday, of course, know all about that, the part he played in their development. David Hurst, indeed, one of the players that was signed by Howard Wilkinson for Sheffield Wednesday a few years ago. Just making the point about the two Sheffield Wednesday substitutes. A combined age of 72. Wallace. Warhurst saw that it didn't get to speed. And here's Paul Warhurst, showing his pace on the counter-attack, and Hurst gets the better of Fairclough, and Sheffield Wednesday are in front, and David Hurst has done the damage yet again. A counter-attack that owed so much to Paul Warhurst in the first place. On and on he went from his defensive duties, and it was Hurst here against Fairclough, and Hurst got the run of the ball, and the shot was perfect, befitting a player who scores here for his club for the 7th consecutive league game, a run that began late last season. And it's Leeds United 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Touched back by Pearson, and the claim for Leeds that the foot was raised in a dangerous manner. Pearson would say it was aimed at the ball, which it clearly was, and Rodney Wallace, though, was close enough for the referee to just have a look at it and see whether it was dangerous play. That would, of course, meant not a penalty, but an indirect free kick. But Hurst, now of Sheffield Wednesday and England, and you can see why. McAllister, well hit! But Woods was equal to it, and it needed a goalkeeper in full concentration here. There was a very quick reaction to the situation from McAllister. It was a splendid try. Here's the corner that the save produced. Up goes Speed, and he couldn't glance it on. Oh, and Wednesday had defenders back on the line who were a little slow to come out. McAllister again, picked off by Wilson. It's the sort of counter-attack from Sheffield Wednesday that produced the goal. Not so successful this time. Worthington, and there's plenty of time here for White. Warhurst gets the better of Wallace. Two talented young players. On my watch, 4 minutes left. Gordon Strachan to take the corner. Chapman waiting by the near post. White coming into that area as well. And it falls the way of Sheffield Wednesday. If they play it right here, there might be something on for Williams, and he didn't want the ball that quickly. From Worthington. But really, whatever happens, one won't. As Richie Barker asks for even more discipline at the back. Sheffield Wednesday can be proud of the way they played, but it is very important, hard on the heels of a home defeat, to see this through to win. On our main match a week ago, Queen's Park Rangers were caught at the last by Arsenal. Are Leeds going to do the same here to Sheffield Wednesday? Yes! Steve Hodge! With 3 minutes to go. What a start in Leeds colours. And Sheffield Wednesday couldn't hold out. It was all a bit of a scramble, and it took another touch on the way in. Even after it left the boot of Hodge. Pass Woods. Leeds United won, Sheffield Wednesday won. And Steve Hodge, who has come here first and foremost to try and get a place in the Leeds side, has boosted his claims in the best possible way. And Howard Wilkinson, in making a substitution, has denied his old club, and Trevor Francis in particular. Up goes Chapman with Woods in close attendance. It's Hodge there again, Fairclough. And Sheffield Wednesday almost committing suicide then. Too many cooks. Hurst left it, and it ran off Palmer. Fortunately for Wednesday, Woods was there. Trevor Francis comes on to play at Elland Road for the first time since 1980, when he was a winner here in the colours of Nottingham Forest. Maybe he will give a twist to the plot. Palmer. Francis goes for this one. It finishes 1-1, and Leeds get a point thanks to Steve Hodge, who's left Nottingham twice in his career. The second time to come here from Forest to Leeds United. He's always been a midfield player with an eye for goals, and his quality served Leeds in their time of need. David Hurst will wonder, having scored a great goal at the start of the second half, will wonder about the ones that got away. contrasting scenario really for Sheffield Wednesday though to the disappointment of losing at home to Aston Villa. They performed most capably here, but Leeds, great expectations of them that the Don Revie era and all the trappings might be coming back to the club. They spent a lot of money to try and make that happen, but there's still some fine-tuning to do for the former Sheffield Wednesday manager Howard Wilkinson, who has to settle for a point in charge of Leeds United this afternoon.
For the new season, Leeds United has a new sponsor, the Yorkshire Evening Post. Editor Chris Bye explains the paper's reasons for getting behind the club.
Well, we've always reported the affairs of Leeds United. We've been very close to the club. The club is the principal sporting outfit in West Yorkshire. We are the biggest paper in West Yorkshire, and we felt it was fitting that we should be involved together. We are been very pleased at the success of the club over recent seasons, and we were very happy to become associated with them. Any Leeds United supporter looking for an impartial and accurate view of what's going on at Ellen Road would always turn to his Yorkshire Evening Post for that, although, as we are well aware, the national newspapers cover them quite comprehensively as well. Although we commercially are sponsoring Leeds United, that doesn't mean that if we have a different view to any of the players or any club official that we won't express it in our columns. I think that we've got to be seen by the fans to report things in a fair and balanced way. There's no point in us as a newspaper publishing biased reports saying the team are the greatest thing since sliced bread if it's clear that they're not performing that way.
The third week of the season was something of a battle of the roses, with Leeds travelling to meet Manchester United and then entertaining City on the following Saturday. Your commentator at Old Trafford is Televideo's Colin Benson.
Hello, this is Colin Benson. Welcome you to a vibrant Old Trafford where there is a genuine air of expectancy. The season is but 1 week old, but already it is more than just wishful optimism that is shining on the faces of United fans who have been encouraged by the best start yet under Alex Ferguson. United's tradition has been founded on their great cup exploits, and in the past 2 years the FA Cup and the European Cup Winners' Cup have proudly been displayed in the trophy cabinet. But the League Championship has not rested there for 24 years. This is a record many think will be put right this season. The midweek victory over Oldham Athletic rocketed United to the top of the league table. It's a position they dearly want to protect against Leeds United this afternoon. Leeds United, denied of their opening day fixture at Crystal Palace because of unfinished construction work at Sellers Park, have shown that their own foundations are solidly in place. They are also unbeaten. Their 1-0 win at Nottingham Forest proving more comfortable than the scoreline suggests, and though Sheffield Wednesday held them to a draw, the 4-0 midweek eclipse of Southampton at the Dell was truly emphatic. Howard Wilkinson spent more than £4 million on 6 players in the summer sales, the most expensive of his buys, Tony Dorigo and Rod Wallace, already making a grand impression. Well, both teams have been forced to make changes today. For United winger Andriy Kanchelskis is out with an Achilles strain. Neil Webb gets his starting place, with Gary Pallister taking over from Mal Donaghy. Leeds United lose centre-back Chris Fairclough. John McClellan moves into the centre, with Mel Sterling slotting into the right-back position. The two captains, the two number 7s, Brian Robson and Gordon Strachan, who of course was a favourite here. And the referee, Ken Redfern from Whitley Bay, the two linesmen, Graham Racy with the red trim on his flag and Ray Rawson with the yellow trim. It's Leeds United sporting their change kit there of all yellow. Gordon Strachan having a word with the referee. Leeds United to get this game underway. They're kicking from right to left. In a fixture which traditionally over recent years has not produced too many goals. And this man will certainly be under the spotlight today, as sending offs have gone up by 70% over the corresponding period last season. Mel Sterland, who has struggled to get into the Leeds side this season, looking for Chapman. And Gary Pallister climbing well. First throw goes to Manchester United. And a free kick to be taken by Dennis Irwin. Sun obviously causing a few problems out there. It is an absolutely scorcher here at Old Trafford today. John McClelland policing Brian McClare there. A throw to Leeds United to be taken by Mel Sterland. Mel Sterland, former Sheffield Wednesday stalwart. Batty getting the touch there. Bruce. Good one to Hughes. Hughes taken from behind by Chris White. A free kick given. Well, it only stings for the moment. I'm sure Mark Hughes will shrug it off. The PFA Player of the Year. And Neil Webb placing the ball. Got Paul Parker to his right, but he plays the long one in, looking for Bruce. He got his head all wrong to that one. A goal kick then to Leeds United. John Lukic, who won a league championship medal with Arsenal, started his career at Elland Road. Now in his second term there. Chapman's header. Batty getting his toe end to that, but Dennis Irwin has it under control. And a throw to Leeds United. Sterland, he can hit the 6-yard box from there. A long looping throw, and Peter Schmeichel kept his eyes firmly on the ball. Took no notice of the players in attendance and claimed it as his own. And another great throw from him to McClare. Robson, great ball into space for Ince. Hughes charging through the middle. Can Ince get it across? Oh, he's missed that opportunity. He checked and that opportunity had gone. It needed an early ball in. But Leeds still haven't got it away yet. Wallace under pressure. Robson finds Webb. Big jump there by McClelland. Parker doing well, but nobody in support there. This is Gary Speed. Good crosser of the ball is Speed. Oh, and that's it! Is it goal? The opening goal! Scored by Chapman. Just 8 minutes into this game. Chapman, the top shot in Division 1 last season with 21 goals. He scored 31 in total, 21 in the First Division. Puts Leeds United into the lead. The cross coming in from Gary Speed. Peter Schmeichel came, couldn't reach it, and Chapman had a free header. It's Manchester United 0, Leeds United 1. Shock for the Reds, and that has set this game alight. Robson showing his determination there. Hughes and White, despite able to get the ball back to Lukic. A vital 2 or 3 minutes coming up now for Leeds United. They need to calm things down. McAllister's header. Pallister's there. sailing away from him. This is Chris White. Started his career with Arsenal. Sterland. White. Rather a wasted ball that. Dennis Irwin with plenty of time. Irwin. Strachan chasing. Batty coming. That attack from behind, but no whistle. Rod Wallace. Chapman. McAllister playing deep. Oh, Batty, he's got space. He lets fly with a shot. David Batty well off target with that effort. Blackmore. Hughes. Phelan on the right. Always giving him a lot to do. And Rodrigo got across there. Robson. Pallister. Robson, he's got space to turn. Webb. Sterland. And there we are, it's all over. An epic game. Well, there is no doubt that Manchester United have the strength and talent needed to win the title. They have the ability to beat the best. Barcelona, Arsenal and Liverpool will confirm that. They need to go United strove remorselessly in the second half to get back on level terms, but John McLellan was the rock upon which most of their attacks foundered, until 5 minutes from the end, that was, when the irrepressible Brian Robson slammed in a deserved equaliser. A superb afternoon here then. Here's the hero. It's Manchester United 1, Leeds United 1.
The next visitors to Elland Road were champions Arsenal, a team Leeds met 6 times last season, 4 of those encounters ending in draws. This game was not without its anxieties, before producing the same result.
But Strachan clears. That was Dixon going across, and he's onside here. Paul Merson can give Arsenal the lead. And it's cut right across the face of goal, put behind by Dorigo. And a really wasted opportunity then for Arsenal. Well, Wallace is only a little fella, but he got there, and now Chapman takes it on under pressure from Linnigan, and he's done really well. Chapman, and swerves the shot in, no more than a couple of feet wide. And those are the battling qualities of Lee Chapman that are appreciated by the Elland Road fans. He and Linnigan in an almighty tussle, a real battle of heavyweights. Chapman came off best. He beat Seaman, but it went wide. And after 18 minutes, it's Leeds 0, Arsenal 0. Leeds in possession. With Dorigo, sprightly. Batty calling for it, short. Here he is, David Batty might try his luck. He'll be disappointed not to have hit the target. A well-known fact that he doesn't score goals, and I'm sure it's a record he wants to put straight. Merson always looks dangerous, and Arsenal with plenty of men up in this attack. Dangerous cross here, and they could be in trouble, and Leeds indeed were in trouble. Beautifully struck by Alan Smith, and Arsenal have the lead on 20 minutes. Alan Smith's fourth goal of the season. Winterburn cut it back, and Smith, with one sweep of the left foot, beat Lukic comprehensively. Arsenal had a lot of men forward. Smith could hardly have struck it better. Batty's long throw, headed straight on. Wallace came for it. McAllister against the legs of the defender. Comes away to Strachan, back in. And I think it was Merson's head that got in the way that time. No, in fact, Merson's up there. So Batty's long throw in there, and it created a scramble with that flick back. McAllister trying to get the shot in, and Arsenal just got bodies in the way. Sterling stretching, winning it. Batty. Chapman's layoff is for speed. Good sweeping move this from Leeds, and Dorigo involved. Cross it comes into the area. Chapman's still there. Can't get his toe end on it, but Batty will pick it up now. There was appeal for a handball, but it was against the chest of Andy Linnigan. And Arsenal come away unscathed again. Smith for Arsenal. Cutting it back, and more danger here. Campbell could make it two for Arsenal. Lukic put him off. John Lukic did really well there. Campbell, a mere nick of the outside of the boot, could have carried it over the Leeds line. And half-time here at Elland Road then. It's Leeds United 0, Arsenal 1. Alan Smith scoring the goal on 20 minutes. A crisply struck shot with his left foot. So Leeds have a lot to do. I wonder what Howard Wilkinson's going to be saying to them in the dressing room. Chapman again was shadowed by Lineker, but it's broken for Strachan. And he darts away and gives the ball for McAllister. Sterling, it might be... No, it's a great ball in, and Chapman knocks it back. Here comes Dorigo to strike it with the left foot, and it flashes wide. And Dorigo hasn't got his shooting boots on at Elland Road as yet. He is capable of scoring goals, and he'll be disappointed to have slashed this one wide of the goal. Sterling's cross, curving wickedly away from Seaman. Chapman does really well to nudge it back into Dorigo's path, and on the left foot, he slices wide. Merson tries to show a clean pair of heels to Batty. He does that. Now he's got Sterling. Beats away his challenge as well. Excellent work from Merson. He now tees up Winterburn, and he's gone through. And a second goal for Alan Smith. And Arsenal really rocked Leeds there with the quality of their attack. Much of it down to Paul Merson, and executed with brutal efficiency by Alan Smith. No wonder he's laughing about it. Again, it's on the left foot. Merson had done so well, and then Winterburn, I think he was attempting a shot, and it went straight across and found the left boot of Smith, and it was too good for Lukic. There's Winterburn, and Smith slides it in past Lukic. It's 2-0 for Arsenal. Now last play restarts. A Leeds throw. Chapman tussling for it, so is Wallace here, and this will be a Leeds corner. So some encouragement for them with 25 minutes left. But they're 2 goals down. And Arsenal have been formidable tonight. Strachan takes it. Seaman tries to come. Speed does. Wallace beaten away. Here's McAllister heading it into the net. But the whistle had already sounded, and it does not count. The whistle had already sounded. McAllister leads the complaints. So Gary McAllister, a goal scorer in the midweek win here against Nottingham Forest, bitterly disappointed. It's going to be a Leeds penalty. Strachan has placed the ball on the spot. He felt that the goal should have been given to him in any event. But the referee had blown the whistle, and Leeds are still complaining to Bob Nixon. The penalty had already been awarded. And Strachan, who converted 2 successfully at Southampton last week, has the chance to bring Leeds back into the game. Strachan versus Seaman. 2-1, he can smile now. The arms are raised, and it all worked out in the end for Leeds. They were hoping McAllister's header would count. It didn't. Strachan's little chip did. Cheekily taken. And after 66 minutes, Strachan puts Leeds back into it. His third goal of the season. Well, let's have a look at that incident again here. Straight from the corner. Now there are players jostling for it. There's the back header from Speed. Wallace had gone in for it. Headed out there, headed back in by McAllister, and the whistle had already sounded, and honestly, I'm not sure why. They'll have a throw in, and we're in the 86th minute. And Leeds are going to bring on Weatherall, but not until this throw-in has been taken, and the cross has come in. It's long, in goes McAllister, here's Lee Chapman, and it's 2-2! And the priceless boot of Lee Chapman restores it to status quo as a match, and Leeds have fought back from 2 down, and just as in the 86th minute against Sheffield Wednesday, they scored an equaliser, so they've got one here against Arsenal. And it's that man Chapman who seems to relish playing against Arsenal. McAllister certainly played his part with the header, and Chapman's lunging boot did the rest. 2-2. Speed. Free kick again going to go to Leeds. Arsenal under enormous pressure. And it's been a good comeback by Leeds from 2 down. You didn't fancy their chances at all when Smith got the second. But they've got back level, and here they're coming and looking again. But the whistle sounds. A truly excellent game of football ends with honours equal. And I think that's about right as George Graham and Howard Wilkinson shake hands down on the touchline.
So, how did Howard Wilkinson sum up his team's performance in the season so far?
Yeah, we've had on paper, we were always in for a very difficult start. Our first 10 games on paper were against teams who would be fancied teams in terms of league position this season. So right from the outset it was going to be a hard start. We had the added complication of playing the first 5 games mostly at home and then the next 5 mostly away. So as of this moment we've done reasonably well points-wise. From the performance point of view, we've played well. We've just got to make sure that we do as well when we go on our travels over the next couple of weeks.
Leeds' next performance was their 3-0 victory over Manchester City.
Oh, I thought we played very well against Man City. And I say that because we lost Wallace after 10 minutes and the team had to be jigged around. So I thought we did very well that day. People probably would look at the Southampton performance because of the scoreline. And I wouldn't argue with that. That was a good performance away from home. Manchester United, the first half was an excellent performance. But I think if I was pressed, I'd have to go for Man City from the point of view of taking on opponents who were in form at the time and dealing with them, and dealing with their strengths. And I'd have to go for the performance against Arsenal, when not only did we play some very, very good football, but we showed a tremendous amount of character and resilience to come back from 2-0 down.
Sterland on the right, he's got Chapman inside, he finds Chapman, first time! On the near side, I think at the expense of a corner, the linesman's flagging. It is a corner kick. Copeland doesn't want to give up the ball to Chapman. He does now. So it will be Gordon Strachan with the corner kick. On the far side. He's got McAllister on the edge of the box in the D. Batty and Dorigo just outside. It's floated across now. Up go the heads. Comes out to Dorigo. His shot! It's there! Top corner. Tony Dorigo. What a finish! And Leeds' new signing gets himself on the score sheet to make it 1-0. Actually, Chris White headed it back out. Beautifully struck, just a flick over head off quite well. And it counts. Safety first from Batty. Well, the Dorigo strike and goal has got people around Ellen Road buzzing. McAllister rides the tackle well, out to Strachan. Forward they come once more. That's a nice ball out to Sterland. His cross, headed away by Brightwell, but only as far as Strachan once more. He's got Batty inside him. Tries to play the 1-2, but it's gone for a throw-in if it goes out. Strachan goes down under a hefty challenge, but a throw-in's been given by the referee. And McAllister will take it. Hanging there, Chapman on, and not cleared by a shaky Manchester City defence. They might now, mind you. McClelland, Dorigo, McClelland again. Reed. Oh, he's rather giving it away there. And Leeds can come forward again. This is Chapman. Trying to get around Redmond. Chapman holds it up, looking for support. It comes from Strachan. His ball into Batty. David Batty! Oh, he scored, Batty! And no wonder the Leeds fans go balmy. That's only his second league goal. And his last one was against Manchester City. They've loved that one. They've waited a long, long time for it. And so too has David Batty. But he slid it in as though he scored like that every week. Well, who knows, he might do from now on. So after losing Rodney Wallace, Leeds making light of it with 2 goals already. Free kick, I think, to Manchester City. Just at the edge of the box. And the referee taking it back a little. Gary Megson's around it, so too is Keith Curl. I think it'll be Megson to take it. This is Megson. And Lukic is there. That was a fierce challenge coming in by Niall Quinn, but the referee plays on. Win by McClelland. Dorigo powering forward, the Leeds left back. McAllister. Been doing well, keeps it in play. Teasing cross here. Poynton's first to it to head it away. Batty. They want him to score a second, but Poynton cuts out the danger for Manchester City. Sterland. Well under pressure, Sterland tries to get Chapman away, but the ball breaks for Redmond and back to Tony Coton. Well won by White. Nicely done by Strachan. That gets Sterland away. Down the right-hand side he goes, but that's always Redmond's. Hoists it forward. Looking for David White. And McClelland is happy to whip that off his toes for a corner kick. McClelland really enjoying a second life here at Leeds United at 35 years of age. Colin Hendry there. Blonde-haired substitute warming up. Looking for Quinn, but away by White. Reed. Keith Curl. Sets up Poynter. Drives it in. It's a good play by City, but well watched by the Leeds defence. And on by Strachan. Hodge. Rather that. It's a clumsy challenge, but no free kick resulting from it, so Coton clears his lines. Now then, danger for Leeds here, and the whistle's gone. Now I think the referee may well have given a push against Adrian Heath. In fact, he's given offside, so the early ball was offside. The whistle, I have to say, was a little late, but so far as Leeds United are concerned, they can breathe again. The goal remains intact. It's still 2-0. Heath and Dorigo. Lukic having to do some work to keep it in play, but he did well. Not that Dorigo could have done much more. Megson. Side against City. Gary Megson and Peter Reid together there. I wonder if Reid canvassed Megson's thoughts on the Leeds side. Remember, Megson served Howard Wilkinson when the two were at Sheffield Wednesday. It's John Lukic. Hodge ran off the ball there, but hooked away by the City defence to Niall Quinn. White was in there, sturdy challenge. It's an illegal one, says the referee, or is it offside? It's offside, in fact. Peter Reid. Hanging in the air, now Quinn goes down, he's looking for a penalty. Now, the referee has given a free kick, and looking where Quinn has fallen, and clearly his feet haven't moved, that has to be a penalty kick. And City have gone to the referee and says you must check with the linesman. The linesman has said yes, it's in the area, and clearly it was. So the Leeds players now go and check with the linesman, as if they could have any influence whatsoever, which clearly they cannot, and it might earn a booking or two, which is quite ridiculous. But it's what professional players tend to do these days. Fortunately, the Leeds players are wise to it and have come away from the linesman. Because you could see where the feet of Quinn were. They never moved. And if the referee was going to give anything, it had to be a penalty, and that's what he's done. Chris White's protests are too loud, and he'll earn a red card, or rather a yellow card, from the referee. Which he does. Rather silly for the Leeds defender, getting himself into trouble when clearly there was no need to. Well, while that's going on, the penalty taker, who I think will be Peter Reid on this occasion, has to keep his calm. Reid then. He's missed, he's hit the post! And he can't do that. He can't do that because he's touched it twice with no player touching it in between. Reid doesn't understand, the referee does. And so do the Leeds United fans. You saw the Leeds players appealing straight away. David White is checking the laws of the game with John Lukic. And quite clearly it says that once a penalty's been taken, it's got to be touched by another player before the kicker, because all it is effectively a free kick. So it should be an indirect free kick from the place where Reid hit it for the second time, which wasn't quite there, but it'll do. I suppose Peter Reid instinctively hit that one. The laws of the game just don't run through your mind as quickly as that. But, once again, Leeds survive. Terrible penalty initially, though, to hit it against the post, has to be said. Offside. Well, Manchester City 2-0 down, haven't given it up by any means. Strachan, though, trying to get Chapman away. He and Redmond in pursuit. Redmond rather fell over there, I think, and that is ridiculous. Steve Redmond could be in big trouble here. That is quite ridiculous, because Redmond fell over, and then, well, if it was rugby league, he'd get 10 minutes for lying on an opponent. I think the referee's given the free kick to City for the initial trip, which he saw against Chapman, but Steve Redmond rather overreacting. Sterland, McAllister. Mason wins it back for City. Poynton puts it up the line. White helps it on, looking for Reid. And the Leeds manager, or rather the City manager, waited rather too long, and that's got to be a penalty. Rather a silly one to give away, but clearly a nudge in the back. And the referee will take no nonsense for either Redmond or Curl, and Redmond has taken the players away, as Peter Reid has done, because they don't want a booking in the way they saw Chris White earlier booked for Leeds United. But that was Peter Reid's mistake. He's missed a penalty, and now he's created a situation that's led to a penalty for Leeds United, and if Strachan scores this, as we expect that he will, the game will be dead and buried. So it's Strachan against Coates. As easily taken as a penalty can be. 3-0 to Leeds United. And that, as they say, should be just about that. Let's see if City have got any fight left in them, but I fear that 3-0 is beyond even their capabilities. Mason. Nicely played out of defence by Leeds once more, looking for Strachan to make the chase, but Coaten is first there, and offside against Brightwell. Coaten. Trigo. Well, it's the alternative back pass, but it averted any danger for the Leeds defence. Happy to use up as much time as possible, Leeds. 3-0 up, and 3 points surely theirs, which will keep them right up with the leaders. Curl lets it bounce harmlessly to Coton. Cullen to Strachan. Poynton wins it well for Manchester City, but then rather gives it away. So Strachan can come away on this near side. Chapman. Redmond, though, picks it up for City. Curl. It's a silly one to give away, but offside, I think, against Chapman. Looking across and seeing the linesman's flag confirms just that. It'll be Steve Redmond who leaves it for Neil Poynton. And the referee calls a halt. 3 points for Leeds United. 3-0 winners over Manchester City. It's the second goal by David Batty that will send nearly 30,000 fans home very happy.
David Batty's goal was of particular significance, being, surprisingly, only the second of his league career. It's an achievement which he describes with typical modesty.
Well, I think the Leeds fans have been looking forward to it more than me. It's been a long time coming, almost 4 years. And I did enjoy it quite a lot, yeah. Well, I think it was Mel Sterling played a good ball down line for Chapman, and Chappie's done well and he's pulled it back for Strack, and Strack's knocked a first time crossing, knocked it down and put it in the bottom corner. Like.
We were talking to David the morning after his appearance for England against Germany. What ambitions remain for so successful a young player?
Well, I don't think you can say I'm playing for England regularly. I've only played 6 games, and still at Leeds I think my place isn't secure at Leeds. We've got a good strong squad, so my main aim really is to just stay in Leeds team.
Stamford Bridge was the scene of Leeds' next triumph, the score 1-0, the scorer Carl Schutt. In our next edition, we'll be looking at the training routines which keep Leeds United at the peak of fitness. But in a church hall somewhere in Leeds, we found training of a different sort in progress. Just take a look at this. These are the Leeds Blue Cats, the latest additions to Sergeant Wilco's army. Intended as a tonic for the troops' morale, they've been performing their routines before every home game. Elland Road, of course, is famous for its supporters, and on that matter, we thought we'd leave the last word to Mr. Wilkinson.
One thing that we will finish top of the league in this season is the Supporters League. And by that I mean the people who week in, week out turn up here and pledge themselves in the best possible fashion, home and away, to Leeds United's cause. They've been terrific ever since I came, and I can't see any reason why they will not continue to be like that for the foreseeable future.